offense better than before? Is it just maturation of everybody? I mean, what's better?
Well, I think that's one thing. It's the third year in the system. I think that's number one. I think, number two, we've had some guys make some plays. Tyler's made some plays for us in some critical situations. Wide receivers are older. They've been through the system now for 3 years. We've been playing the same guys at wide receiver. Those are important facts. Same thing with Ladarius. A lot of those guys, a lot of those faces you see on the field, they've been here since we've been here. So it gives them a chance to understand the system, and they picked it up, and they understand the matchups.
Because of that, is the play calling advanced every year? Like, okay, something like you thought maybe you couldn't call last year, you could call this year because the advancement each year of understanding.
No doubt. I mean, that's just the maturity of the offense and the confidence that you have in your players. I think that's a critical issue. Last year we were different because of Chris Rell. I mean, this year obviously we're different because of Tyler Russell. And I think a lot of it starts with the stem of your quarterback. I mean, what he can do, and you kind of put yourself in that position to move the football and win football games. But there's one issue that always comes about. It's taking care of the football. If you can take care of the football, you're always going to have a chance.
Tyler has looked especially sharp the last 2 games. Do you feel like he and the offense as a whole kind of hitting a stride maybe?
Well, again, we're starting to get into the root of our schedule here. I'll let you know here a little bit later. I mean, they've played well so far. We just need to keep playing. I mean, again, these are the types of venues you want to play in when you come to SEC football.
How much does Tyler's experience against this team and in that venue kind of help him a little bit this week?
It helps him immensely. I mean, you'd hate to have to put a young freshman out there, someone like that, that's learning, and we've been very fortunate to have the ability to put him in the game.
You've played a lot of young guys, especially the last week or two. Do you see that continuing, or considering the opponent, is that going to be a little tougher?
Well, I guess you'd have to see how the game goes to see how that works out.
Yeah.